show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods. After 2 weeks. I promise I wasn't going to say it either.
You still said it.
I still said it.
After 2 weeks, sir.
After 2 weeks. And you know what? We didn't even get a chance to talk about us becoming number one.
Because only you.
Because of me, I guess.
No, because only you saw it.
Only I saw it. That's right. And we'll get into that in a minute. But it did drop a decent amount in its second frame and lost to Dumbo, which grossed $45 million.
I want to go see Dumbo, though I haven't really heard anybody say like, oh my God, you have to go see Dumbo.
You're right. And you know, the projection was 50 million, did 45. Kind of disappointing in Disney.
For
eyes.
Disney, I mean, that might make them rethink that Aladdin movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Directed by Tim Burton, so you know it's going to have that spin on it with all of the alum like Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito.
I did not know it was directed by Tim Burton. I'm not sure if I kind of want to see this now.
Exactly, and you know what? A lot of people felt the same way. So it didn't really do as high as Disney would have hoped. And you're right. Maybe the properties that are a little less...
his live action, his animation to live action hasn't been stellar.
True, but as far as, you know, you look at the...
Except for Batman.
You know, the Jungle Book did well.
Okay.
The Jungle
I'm not talking about Disney, I'm talking about Tim Burton stuff.
Oh, I was talking about Disney.
No, I'm talking about, like, he did Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so...
that's true.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right,
like, that
you're
wasn't
right.
received well.
No, the second one... The first one better than the first.
Yes.
But, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
That's why I wasn't, when you said Tim Burton, I was like, I don't know if I want to see this. And it was like,
well, either way,
the Alice in Wonderland films.
It did take the top spot. Number 2 was Us. Yes, I'm the one that saw it.
Yes.
Me. You?
Not us.
You? Yes.
But you.
I am this close to taking your black card.
Yes, please.
I am taking it from you.
I mean, really? I already told you I was disappointed in what the trailer showed me anyway, so it was like, it halted my desire to want to see this film.
Well, it was...
I tried to watch it last night, I didn't get a chance to.
It was an instant hit. It was an instant hit first week, 70 million, over 70 million opening weekend. Okay, so it cost $20 million to make the movie, so it's pretty much a hit already. I think it was like 86 worldwide. Right. Now you go into the second frame where it dropped probably about a good between 50 and 60%, something like that.
Right.
And it made 33 million, good for number 2. Already passing 100 million already.
I mean, the only people they were paying this was Lupita Nyong'o. She was the only one getting a check in this film. Everybody else got chump change to do this movie. So
she better win. She better get an Oscar nomination.
Oh, wow, that good.
She was that good in this movie.
Well, you know, it's already over $100 million right now, and I'm sure that's somewhere around with probably budget was probably way less than that. But
20,
that's enough for him to get a trilogy. So we're gonna see what his glass is. Since it was called the Jordan Peele Trilogy. The Jordan Peele Trilogy.
And it's funny that you said that because a guy named Matt out there brought it to my attention about that there's a lot of people out there comparing him to Shyamalan.
Yeah,
with the shocking endings, the twist endings.
He's going to tie this all together, and he's going to give us, I mean, we can't call it Glass. I mean, we got Get Out, and we got Us. What would we call the third one?
Them.
Them. Not them. Get them.
Get them.
There you go. You heard it here first on the good.
On the good. I thought that it was, you know, we're going to get into it.
Right.
We're going to get into it as far as when we do a review, because I got to wait for him to watch it before we can actually do the review. And we'll get right back at you with that. But overall, it was a fairly good movie.
Okay.
There's a lot of things. We'll get into it again.
All right.
I'll leave it alone.
It did well. It did well in the box office.
Number 3, Captain Marvel.
All right.
$20 million, pretty much breaking $1 billion already.
That's all they want. Disney, I mean, Marvel, that's all they wanted you to break $1 billion, and then you are a success, which is a sad freaking thing that you got to do $1 billion as an MCU film for them to consider it.
Consider it a hit?
Yes.
True.
It's like, you ain't making $1 billion.
You going to DC.
Exactly. See how long that Doctor Strange and that Ant-Man trilogy come out, man.
Oh, man. Number 4 was Unplanned. Now, this was a shocker because this movie revolves around Planned Parenthood, abortion, that kind of thing. Okay, so it's a really sensitive topic.
Is this a documentary?
No, it's not. It's just it's a movie about the topic. And it's gotten a lot of mixed reviews and a lot of...
I mean, it's a divisive topic for them.
Very much so. And when you have certain stations that refuse to air the trailer because of the content...
Oh, wow.
I am shocked that it got to number 4. It grossed $6.3 million. with the marketing that it had in all of those stations.
What marketing? I didn't even
Exactly.
see it.
That's why it's a shock that it made $6 million.
I mean, there
so
had
good
to be
for you.
a
Hey.
good word of mouth on it, or a lot of people heard about it and saw that, because a lot of times when you're like, people say, oh, we're gonna not let you see this, and then it just increases the hype for it, and that might have been something that helped this movie do well. So from people blocking it and not wanting to air the trailer and stuff like that, they increase the hype that make people want to go out and actually see the film. So.
And then you have all of those, you have conservatives and you have all some conservatives go see it just so they can bitch at it when it's over.
Well, some do.
Okay, so number 5 was 5 Feet Apart. This movie will not go away. I don't know what's going on with this movie. Okay, $6.1 million.
Hanging in there, making every dollar that it can.
Hanging in there by 5 feet apart. Forget it.
What's that the little cat poster that was like, hang in there?
Yeah. Okay, do you remember when I was
That's
telling
5 feet away, 5 feet apart.
You remember when I was telling you about it's the guy from the guy from the Disney show?
Yeah.
It's Zach and Cody. He's one of the twins. Dylan Cole Sprouse or whatever his name is.
Wasn't a big Disney Channel person.
Okay, well, Zach and Cody, the kids from Jack and Cody, he's all grown up now. He's grown up. And
isn't that weird seeing them growing up and do stuff like the chick
like
from
Miley, dude? I mean, you look Miley.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
never
chick
mind.
on The Sweet Life, and she was like this.
Well, that's it. The Sweet Life.
Oh, what?
The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
No, there was a show
Yeah,
about like they were on a boat.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm on a boat. Sorry, that's a SNL.
Oh man! All right, here we go. Dud of the week.
All right. Who didn't get it if it wasn't 5 feet apart?
Well, this was like 10 feet apart because nowhere near this top 5. But anyway, the Beach Bum. The Beach Bum with
with
Matthew
McConaughey. Oh wow.
Okay.
Wait, by the way, all the money that it made, did it come out of Texas? Did it come out of Austin? Because Austin loves Matthew McConaughey. I can't believe that this film did not do well.
It did $1.8 million. It did $1.8 million.
$1 million came out of Austin.
Yeah, and 800,000 was for everybody else.
That was the rest of Texas. Because
Well, how about this? It was released on 1,100 screens.
because it was him and Snoop Dogg, right?
1,000 in Austin. 1,000 screens, whatever.
We're only releasing this in Texas, primarily Austin.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, this is the worst box office for a Matthew McConaughey film ever.
Is the McConaughey's? The McConaughey's? Is that what they're calling it?
Sure.
The whole Renaissance, whatever. Is that over now? Is his hype down?
I would probably say so, unless he gets a Marvel deal or something. I don't see.
I mean, what would they make him? That's interesting.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Hey, there might be a part for him coming up. But yeah, man, it's horrible. Poor Matthew.
We'd figured that this was gonna get so. It at least should have made top 5, and it was like
Dazed and Confused made more money than this movie.
that's sad. And ticket prices are like 5 times more than what they was back then.
All right, so next up, anticipated new movie from DC, Shazam.
All right.
Opens
I'm
up
excited to
this
see
week.
this one.
I want to see this movie. I'm not a fan of Zachary Levi's suit. I'm a
'cause
fan of Zachary Levi.
It's a muscle suit. And that's the sad part about it.
I don't like it. It looks like somebody just. I don't
He's
like
got a
it.
hole in the suit. We need somebody to blow up his muscles. Right now, because the villain in it isn't The Rock, so it's not that bad to me. But when his villain is The Rock, I'm gonna be like, work out, do something.
Yeah, because what if The Rock has a muscle suit too? Makes him bigger.
Have you seen The Rock?
I know, even bigger than that.
If The Rock has a muscle suit, he's gonna be the Incredible Hulk. That's how big The Rock is. If you put muscles on top of the 20,000 muscles that he has, he's the Incredible Hulk. There you go. Repaint him green, or make him the new Incredible Hulk.
So it's so Shazam's out, and it's gonna be some pretty good competition there because it's going up against the remake to Pet Sematary.
I think the audiences will be different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that means that the movie theaters are gonna be
Yeah, they're gonna be packed.
they're gonna be pretty packed either during the day for Shazam, prime time for Shazam, and then late night for Pet Sematary.
I think Pet Sematary takes a hit.
You think what?
I don't think it does well.
I think it at least gets number 3.
That's where I feel like it's probably gonna land. It's probably gonna land number 3. It's gonna take a hit because there would the people who want to see this film are the people who grew up watching this film and the creepiness, and I don't think this generation of millennials now care that much about it right now. For them, it's just another horror film. It means something for us.
So why would you say that if it is the #1 rated R horror film of all time?
I understand. But there was a much more love for it than there was for Pet Sematary.
Do you think the 80s nostalgia
People still rewatched it going into it. Pet Sematary was kind of like, yeah, it's a Stephen King film.
Yeah, but I think that probably its similarities to Stranger Things and the 80s nostalgia helped a lot of that, to be honest.
There you go. They had just watched Stranger Things, and they were like, oh, it's a movie like Stranger Things. I mean, it's kind of, and Stand By Me and all that stuff. But what's the relation for Pet Sematary? Nothing.
I think what you said as far
cat videos.
I think the cult, the cult classic that the first one was, is going to get that interest up. It was made in '89.
They're gonna get us in theaters.
Yeah, us.
Yeah. The millennials.
Will you see this one?
Yeah. I'll see this one. The millennials are what's gonna drive how well this film does. If they can get the millennials in to come see this one, which I don't think it's gonna pull them in because they have no tie to it, and they're too old for us to say like, hey, I saw this movie, you need to go see this movie. I mean, well, it's a rated R movie. We're not dragging in our 5-year-old kids to come see this movie because it was
something surprised.
Something that touched us.
You'd be surprised.
Or maybe on the south side. But it's not gonna put. The parents can't bring in another. It's not like where it's an old animated film that's now brought back to life, or an old live action TV show that's now brought back to life. Where I can say,
well, the
hey,
kids brought back to
life. Exactly, but that too. But you're gonna get 3 tickets because mom, dad, and kid are gonna go see this film. That's automatically gonna balloon the box office on it. When it's basically the millennial making the choice to go see this film, I don't think it's gonna do that well. I hope it does better because I want to see more Stephen King films get remade. I know that's blasphemous to say, but I want to see more of them to get remade because I think they can do way better than what he did from the 80s or what they did in the 80s with the technology they had. I think they could do way better, but I think we might see them take a break because this one's not gonna do that well.
I think it is.
If it had come out in Halloween,
Dumbo,
it would have done great.
Dumbo, and then you look at that too. I mean, Halloween was, a direct sequel to 78. Mm-hmm. So last year, and opening weekend, it did 71. Obviously, Michael Myers is a little bit more iconic than the characters in Pet Sematary, but either way.
But if it had come out in October, I would guarantee this film would do well.
You're right, but April, I think horror, no matter what. I mean, you got La Llorona coming out late April.
Which I want to see that more than Pet Sematary for some reason.
Annabelle, you got Annabelle coming out in June.
I just saw the trailer for that.
So horror, I don't think horror has any kind of. I think it's already broadened itself to where it doesn't need an October release.
Okay. It doesn't need to be a fall. Okay.
Release. I think this is fine because it's a well-known property. I think it's going to do well. There's going to be a crap load of comparisons because John Lithgow compared to Fred Gwynn in the Judd role. I can't.
Was it really that big of a role that you?
It was to the point where, and I know we're getting a little off topic, but it was to the point where people were saying sometimes Dad is better. Is a hell of a lot better than sometimes Dad is better.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like Will Smith and Welcome to Earth. Which he never actually said.
Anyway, leave your comments below and let us know what you think. Who's gonna win? Shazam, Pet Sematary, or is Dumbo gonna hold on to the top spot?
Dumbo will be number 2. It's be Shazam, Dumbo, Pet Sematary,
and then Captain Marvel.
Yeah, because it's gonna be too far out by then. They made $1 billion.
Hearing myself say this though, because we're gonna get into this right now. Hearing myself say this though, I think that the closer we get to Endgame, the higher Captain Marvel's
like Black Panther did.
Yes. Okay. And here we go. Avengers Endgame released this past Tuesday, and it has the highest pre-sales that Fandango has seen and all this. So check this out.
It's got a lot of goodwill built from the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
AMC site crashed. Mm-hmm. Draft House redirected to Fandango because they could not take it.
Really?
Local theater chain Santikos did very well, and no real issues there. So Santikos knows what they're doing. New record for Atom Ticketing. Now the thing with Atom Ticketing though, they actually had Boss Logic partnered up with Atom Ticketing and Disney to create this really sweet poster that he did for Endgame. And when you pre-order, through Adam, you get this poster. So that was pretty sweet. Now, a lot of people were saying they were concerned about how it was going to do as far as advance sales because of the 3-hour runtime. I don't think that mattered.
Lord of the Rings sold how many tickets? Nobody cares about the 3 hours.
We're talking about pre-sales.
Nobody cares because the anticipation for this movie, if the first movie was not good, if Infinity War was kind of meh, then the pre-sales might have been suffering. But because Infinity War was really good, it was like, they knew that they were going to sell out. I don't know what they were worried about. They knew they were going to crash everything. Basically, this is the new Star Wars.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now, the cliffhanger that was left at Empire made Jedi really that much more, anticipated. Well, the same thing with this. Because there was no happy ending in Infinity War.
We want to see how they're going to do it.
You gotta freaking see how it works. So that it is no surprise that potentially this thing is going to surpass Infinity War. It's a possibility. Right now, Infinity War, I want to say...
Box office breaking here. I'm like, record Avatar beating?
I don't think it will be touch Avatar. I think it will surpass Infinity War.
What if they put it together?
Currently, right now, I think Infinity War is 3, and then...
what if they put it together after the first run's done, and they put it back out in the theaters with Infinity War and just do a double feature?
Well, there are some fan events that are doing that. There's actually, I want to say AMC is doing the 52-hour marathon.
That's ridiculous.
All 22.
That's ridiculous.
I feel bad for their
Who's the crew that has to sit there for that?
I feel bad for their projectors.
For the what? The 5 people that are gonna sign up for this, dude, it's not worth it.
I would do it.
For the 5 people that are gonna show up for this. Marissa.
So right now it is projected to do 265 million in the first 3 days. I want to say that Infinity War did a little less than that, or a little more than that.
Well, obviously this is gonna go down. This is gonna be the highest grossing MCU film ever.
Okay, so get this, and you tell me if you would do it.
Not the 52-hour thing.
Somebody is already going out there and they posted their tickets, selling them for $500 on eBay.
Stupid. Why when there's bootleg? Why would you do
What's stupid? Them doing it or somebody actually buying them?
One, it's stupid because nobody's gonna buy it for $500. Nobody wants to go see this film that bad that, by the way, their tickets are gonna be like left corner in a way that it's gonna be obstructed view. It's gonna be obstructed view over in the back corner. And it's like, if you spend $500 for it, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot if you do it. But
give me $500, I'll hook you.
Now, if they sold them for like, what did they buy the tickets for? Like $12, $15, something like that? Something like that. If they sold them for maybe like 30, I could see that. 50, I can see that because they really want to see it and they missed the pre-sales. I can see that. They want to be there.
But not $500.
No. Maybe $100. And they're like, they were stupid.
Okay, you know what? You give me... you get me a fan event where it's Infinity War and Endgame in IMAX, then I'll maybe pay $500 for that.
Unless it's coming with a blowjob in the back left corner with the obstructed view.
And you wonder why we get flagged all the time. Alrighty then.
That's the only way I'm paying $500.
Anyway, Marvel has said that this is potentially not the end of the Avengers, that there may be more movies coming afterwards. With the acquisition of Fox and getting all of those characters, hell yeah, you know damn well they're going to freaking do another Avengers.
We got so many people to work in. By the way, so the Avengers roster has changed in the comic books anyway, so it hasn't always been the same. So it's always, because they always picked the characters that weren't really doing well by themselves and they couldn't sell titles by themselves, they just threw them on the Avengers, West Coast Avengers, what is the, I want to say not Canadian, but because that was a completely different.
The West Side Connection?
The West Side Avengers.
West Side Avengers.
The West Coast Avengers.
Cube and Mac 10's in it, and they bow down.
Yeah, but they've done many factions of the Avengers. So, I mean, they can continue to do that, and plus they're so cosmic right now, they could do a Space Avengers if they wanted to. I mean, it didn't always have to be Guardians. Look, the Guardians team's going to change. So...
Well, you don't know that for sure.
I mean,
it might be the introduction of or the continuation of Sylvester Stallone and his Guardians.
Yeah, well,
maybe
that too, and then we got to work in Matthew McConaughey.
Because he needs something.
He's gonna be Adam.
And he's too old to play this character because Ezra Miller is out as the Flash.
No, Grant Gustafson.
Bring him in. Just bring him in. Just bring him in.
They have to accept everything. Then they have to accept Supergirl. They have to accept Green Arrow. They have to accept everything if they do that.
Ezra Miller is done with the Flash. He tried to rewrite the script because he was.
He tried to rewrite the script.
He tried to rewrite the script.
This movie's never gonna come out. It's never gonna come out.
Tried to help with it because there was a certain there was a part of the movie or a part of the script that they're using a certain part of the script that is a lot lighter. It is not dark. It is not a Snyder-esque.
You can be dark. Just do dark with a purpose, not just to be dark.
Well, I think dark. I mean, there's some certain elements of the Flash that is dark. I get that, but it's not.
Nolan's Batman was dark
because Batman is a dark character.
So like with a
relevant
purpose.
to him.
With a purpose. The Flash is not dark.
No, I know. I said there's certain elements of what he's gone through, of the people he faces.
Yeah, his mom being killed.
Okay. There are certain aspects that are dark. Those parts, okay, fine, keep those tones. But regardless, he didn't agree with the lighter tone, and WB was more like the script that he gave was great, but we don't want to go in that direction. We want to go the same route because we're having such enormous success with Aquaman.
Yeah.
Shazam looks like it's going to be doing really well.
And technically, Wonder Woman was pretty goddamn dark, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was just war.
But I think that once she was in the city and she became the fish out of water,
it had some funny elements to it.
It was Donner-esque.
But the actual war was really dark. Was really dark.
It was pretty.
So you can mix both and just like, okay, this is in this particular aspect of this part of the movie. This is where it gets serious. This is where it gets gritty. This is where Batman comes from left field and comes out there and says, "I was right field." From left field and goes out there and takes over. You know, puts on the grim voice and stuff like that. But it works. It can work. You can do both. It doesn't have to be all light versus all dark or all dark versus all light. It doesn't have to be. Okay. You can mix.
Would you say that there were dark elements in Aquaman? And
trench?
I don't mean visually.
The trench was probably like the darkest thing that went on.
So you really didn't have that balance because it was more of a lighter tone than it was.
Because what they were trying to do was sell a character nobody really believed in. So they tried to do it in a light way. I guess you could say the darkest thing, the dark parts of it was when Black Manta's dad died and he got left on the submarine. Like, hey, figure it out yourselves, and Aquaman just walked off like, dude, that's cold. That was a dark thing. The trench scene with all the little monsters coming out at them. The whole thing where, the mom died basically to make sure that her son wasn't gonna be lost to them or wasn't gonna be killed. It had dark elements, but very small and fleeting elements.
Right.
But it can be mixed in a light movie, and a dark movie can mix in light elements.
And I'm pretty sure that when you look at Snyder, a lot of his stuff is dark, period. Mm-hmm. And maybe Miller wanted it to be the same way. Mm-hmm. And that's not the route they want to go to. Maybe they want to go and they kind of divide it a little bit to where it's a subtle mix of both.
Right.
Just like Aquaman was, and more than likely just like Shazam will be. So they want to go that route. This is the route that they think is going to make the most money and potentially kickstart and reboot the Justice League.
Right.
So I'm for it. I just wish, for continuity purposes and the fact that Aquaman is still the same person.
What are we gonna do? Batman, Superman, Flash. Okay. Everybody's gone.
Affleck is gone.
The only person that's coming back
is gone.
The only person coming back is Captain Boomerang.
And Aquaman.
Wonder
Woman.
Aquaman and Captain Boomerang. They even recast it.
And Harley Quinn.
They even recast. Will Smith's out. Everybody's out, man. It's like they just.
Ben Affleck is out. Will Smith is out. Ray Fisher is out. And now Ezra Miller is out.
Whoa, Ray Fisher's out?
Yeah.
By the way, what is he doing?
Nothing.
It's like, you know what? I ain't got nothing on my schedule, but I ain't doing this.
Now Henry Cavill's a different. Now it's
still up in the air.
Yeah, he's up in the air, literally.
Is he doing a sequel to what was that spy film he did?
A Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah.
No.
Is it Man from U.N.C.L.E. 2?
But they do want him for Mission Impossible 7.
Nah.
So that's what he's
I'd rather see a Man from U.N.C.L.E. 2.
So? Who you got? Who's replacing Ezra Miller?
I want Grant Gustafson. I want him to work out and put some weight on his body.
That's what I said, because it ain't Matthew McConaughey.
I want him to work out and put some weight on his body because he's too damn thin. Because that's the one thing about the Flash. Flash is like super muscular. But I like his personality in the character. Like, it fits what we think of as Flash. So I would love to see him back.
Well, it all depends on what age, because I still think Chris Pine can't, because now he's Steve Trevor, so he can't do that.
Let's just say multiverse, and we'll just invite these people in.
They work for Spider-Man.
Hey, ooh, we get Power Girl with the boob window.
Man, you're gonna get us in trouble again.
Dude, you're gonna get us in trouble again.
Oh man, so I don't know. Comment below and let us know who should replace Ezra Miller as the Flash. It could be anybody.
The original guy who did it from the 90s.
Anybody solid.
CGI that guy from the 90s who did the original Flash. That they had.
What about the younger, like if it's a younger version? Besides Grant, who would
They're
you
like
put
in their
as the younger?
20s. What is more younger?
Give me Zac,
He is 15.
Give me Zac Efron. I'll take Zac Efron as the Flash.
I couldn't get away from seeing Zac Efron as a...
Dude, Zac Efron has gotten so much better.
He's gotten so much better.
We've talked about this on a previous show.
But if I see Zac Efron as the Flash, all I'm gonna see is Zac Efron playing the Flash.
And you did not, but you accepted Ben Affleck. Touche. All right. Hey, so we were talking about...
He wore a mask.
we were talking about one of the top grossers as far as, or not grossers, but movies when it came to cliffhangers and all that. Hey, you had, Jedi,
right.
And Mark Hamill.
I heard about this.
Is set to play the voice of Chucky.
I don't get it, but I didn't get Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. Until I saw it.
I still don't get Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
This is amazing.
No, it's not.
It is. It's absolutely amazing. Look, we need to talk about it's amazing. It's amazing.
No,
it is like a unicorn and a field of flowers. That's how great that is.
Okay, first of all, I don't want this child play remake to happen at all.
Okay.
That's one. Two,
why not?
It's a good guy
we
doll.
We just talked about Pet Sematary.
It's a good guy doll, not a buddy doll. So I don't like that.
Because nobody remembers that it was a good guy doll.
It went from...
You're the only person.
It went from voodoo
right.
to a robot.
Yeah, that sucks.
Which goes back in the old chopping mall days with the
chopping
Killbots.
mall.
Remember chopping mall, the Killbots?
It's chopping mall.
So okay, I'm not thrilled for it. Mark Hamill is Chucky.
It's Terminator.
Mark Hamill is Chucky has sparked a very tiny bit of interest in me, only because of the voice work that he's done for the Joker.
I want to hear what he sounds like, but if he sounds like the Joker, I'm out.
I'm afraid of that too.
If he sounds like the Joker, I'm out, because I'm gonna be like, he phoned this in. He phoned this in for a check, because he was like, I'm not even gonna think of anything different. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do what I know.
But you don't want him to do Dorothy either. You don't want him to do Brad Dourif's voice either. You don't want.
He doesn't have to do that. Look.
Why not give me Brad Dourif as Chucky, please? Please.
You could do that. But nobody remembers that. Look, I'm already upset about the whole the Baloo thing. But in Jungle Book with Bill Murray. But yeah, so he decided he wasn't gonna Bill Lou. Yeah, that's the thing. Hashtag Baloo.
I promised Marcellus I wouldn't laugh anymore.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So he decided that he wasn't gonna do what was out there, even though John Goodman would have been great because he would have made me feel like it was the exact same character. But he decided he was gonna do what he was gonna do. What's his name? Who did Joker? This past Joker from Suicide Squad.
Oh, Jared
Leto decided he was gonna do his own thing.
Okay.
I'm hoping Mark Hamill does his own thing.
Makes it his own.
Just go with it. Make your own. Just don't do Joker.
And don't copy Brad Dourif.
Yeah. We'll be alright if he did Luke Skywalker.
You can't really tell. Is he gonna whine and cry for every little thing?
No, do Christian, what is it? Christian...
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen, do that. Obi-Wan's holding me back!
Okay, so here's straight up.
Right.
I'm hoping that it's gonna be a really good slasher type movie, for one.
It will. It's gonna be gory. It's gonna be fine. I don't like the robot aspect of it, but...
But the robot thing helped with...
Did Skynet make these robots?
Okay, what about Deadly Friend? With Chrissy Swanson back in the day. So the movie was Ant, but it was still plausible. She was Google before Google.
Did the Skynet make these good guy dolls?
Buddy dolls.
Oh, they're buddy dolls. That's right. Did Skynet make the buddy dolls?
Okay, so I'm not thrilled about the robot.
Are these a T1100?
I love the N210s.
Yeah.
I like Audrey Plaza.
Made by OCP.
I like Audrey Plaza as the mom. Okay, I'll go with that because she's freaking hot, so I love her to death. She's a great actress. But I'll take that. Mark Hamill, spark some interest in that. Just the whole thing about the robot is killing me. I just can't get over it. Either way, whatever.
Well, one voice is not going to be his because they're going to do the robotic one. And it's like, hi, I'm a blah, blah, blah. And it's not going to be until he actually reveals himself. And that's going to be like halfway through the movie. And he was like,
give me
hey, Andy.
Give me some practical effects. Give me some practical effects.
I don't
want CGI too much. Give me something.
It's going to be CGI.
Give me something.
They're going to have to.
Give me something different.
They're going to have to.
Just something. But either way.
It's going to be Joker.
I hope not.
Because I just heard it in myself when he was like, hey, Andy. You're going to hear Joker all the way through it.
You know, I was actually talking to some people on Twitter about it, and there are other things that he's done. He's actually been the voice in Transformers. He's been the voice in
was he a Joker Transformer?
In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Was he a Joker in Ninja Turtles?
Joker con. Anyway, I'm trying to help you out, Mark, but it's really hard.
Was he a Jedi Ninja Turtle?
You're a dork. Anyway, so let us know in the comments below what you think of Mark Hamill as the voice of Chucky. Should he go make it his own? Should he go Dorf/Joker? Let us know in the comments.
I'm calling now Joker.
All right. In our last story of the day, it could actually be a borderline WTF in a way, but it's not, because it's just a rumor.
Okay.
The script is solid, they say.
Okay.
It's a potential worthy entry into the series. Lethal Weapon 5.
No.
Potentially coming our way.
No.
With Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci on board. Do you want to see it?
No. Not at all. I would rather see the whole Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans. Look. There you go. Transition that, make an actual full movie from the TV show. I would rather see that than to see them back on set.
Okay, Danny Glover's very old.
Old!
He is very old. Pesci's all right. He's getting there too.
He's borderline Lando old.
Mel Gibson looks good for his age. I'll give him that.
I mean, he's stayed in good shape because he's done some action stuff. So
yeah, I'll give him that. But he ain't no Lethal Weapon Mel Gibson.
By the way, at what point is he too old for this shit?
Well, okay, so
is he too old for shit?
So get this.
It's like, what is he, like 60 now? It's like, he's still not too old for this shit, or is he still way past too old for this shit?
I think that it's gonna be rookies. I think they're both my captains. I think they're gonna be, higher ups.
So they're gonna have cameos.
Murtaugh? That's hilarious.
There you go.
Murtaugh's
just
retired.
Like Bill Liu.
You're gonna have either their kids, because Riggs' son was not born.
And they have their kids become partners.
Maybe something like that.
That's so cliche.
That is very cliche. I know. I'm working at it. Okay, one, it's not gonna overlap with the show. It's not gonna have anything to do with the show. Nothing like that. So now,
bring back
Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans is named Roger Murtaugh, but they never said whether he was Roger Murtaugh Jr.
They could do that.
Martin Riggs Jr. They never know that either.
Don't do juniors.
But you don't know that.
All right, so no, I mean,
anyway,
bring Damon Wayans back. I will be on board for that. I will absolutely go see that. But I don't want them to say that Riggs is.
Okay, what premise? Let's just stay with this cast. What premise would you go with?
I would prefer that they were just not related, period.
Reboot.
Yeah, reboot.
Okay.
We have a reboot. It's called a TV show.
You're right.
That's in like its 3rd or 4th season right now.
Lethal Weapon 4 came out in 98, around there, 98, 99. So
Miami Vice made a movie.
So their kids,
Miami Vice made a movie.
Their kids could be 21,
not
22
the
years
Jamie Foxx one, but Miami Vice actually made a real movie. They made a real movie. You can do this.
Anyway, so his kid could be 21, 22 years old with Rene Russo's character.
Right.
So maybe, you never know.
Don't do that.
So you got those 3 that are potential comes back. Does Rene Russo come back? Does Chris Rock come back? Because he is.
Dude, does Jet Li come back? No, he died, right?
He's dead.
Does Jet Li's son come back?
In 98, he did say he was too old for this shit.
It's like, what is it not, I mean, look, you've already been too old. You are so much older now. I think you're past too old. I think it's just like, release.
I would love to see the characters
Why
back.
is he not retired?
I would love to see the characters back. I don't want to see I don't want them to see another.
Is the police pension that bad that they still got to be working at this age? Is it that bad?
No, I don't know. Ask Vince Carter. Terrence, take us home.
All right, so it has not been 2 weeks because you saw last week's video, right? Exactly. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, especially on that other video that we posted. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that way you're aware of all the other videos that we do on the channel. And if you didn't see last week's video, because you should have hit the notification bell so that way you would have saw when it actually got posted, it's your fault for not seeing it. Also, if you want to help the channel get better, make sure that you actually go to our Patreon at patreon.com/goods. We have a lot of giveaways that are on there, from posters to t-shirts to picking topics on the show. That was the other thing. I was like, what's the other thing we're going to give away? But do that, and that way you can help and contribute to the show.
I want to send special thoughts and prayers to our good buddy Marcellus out there, who's had a little bit of a health scare recently, and we just wish you all the best, my brother, and I hope that that you're back on the mic pretty soon. All right? So for Aspen and Art, where the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
Here. We'll see you next time.
I knocked down Happy Batman.
Did you really put the Pistons ring in there?
Yeah! Dude, we're in the playoffs. We ain't been in playoffs since 2005.
Nobody cares. All right. 3, 2, 1.
2006 was the last time we were in the playoffs, and then everybody left the team.